A very good evening to you and welcome to Firhill Stadium in Glasgow for RBS Six Nations Under-20 International Rugby. What a start to the Six Nations tournament we have for you this evening. Scotland against England to a very interesting evening. Scotland side, as selected by Peter Wright, features two 17-year-olds. You'll see a very familiar looking figure, and the Scotland number 4, that's Johnny Gray, the brother of Richie Gray, the marauding Scottish lock. He also plays in the lock position. Look out for Harry Leonard at standoff. He's been playing for Edinburgh this season. His halfback partner Scott Steele is from the Leicester Tigers. For England this evening, it is a very familiar look around this English side. 4 players who started the World Cup final. Matt Kizovic, fly half George Ford, centre Elliot Daly and fullback Ben Ransom are all in. And they also have 3 players who came off the bench. It's a very experienced side. England stepping across, a bit of pushing going on again with the props. The referee's got his hands full at the moment. Across onto Ford, crash ball to the inside centre. Nice play by Mills. Again England set up. Ford has it, sends it out wide onto the fullback, onto the wing. Yarde goes in, and England looked like they scored. Well, we were slightly ahead of the referee and the assistant. It looked like a score all the way from here, and that was good play from England. Left to right, Ollie, and into the corner went Marland Yarde.
Yeah, that's great play by England. They stretched the Scottish defence there. The Scots did well to bring down the line out and make a mess of that, but England reacted well. Send a couple of runners through the middle, stuck in the defence, and Marland Yarde out on the wing. He's been playing really well for London Irish, and one-on-one. That far away, you got to back Marland Yarde, and he did the job, didn't he?
Well, there was absolutely no stopping him when he's got the momentum. So England get the first try of the match, right in the corner, and it's a kick that England will take through George Ford. George Ford is lining up. Never easy from the right footer from the touchline. Scotland just regrouping. They've had a good start, but back on their heels at the moment. Oh, he's given that a chance. That's a terrific kick from way out on the touchline, and England extend the lead.
Yeah, that's a great kick from George Ford. He's known for having a great boot on him as well as great hands, and that'll only give him confidence, and the England boys a bit of confidence. And yeah, 7-3, game on.
Scotland on the restart. Great play on the far side by Jamie Farndale. Scotland scrapping for everything. Ball hooked out wide. Ransom watches. This is good play. Yarde has got space to run. He's away from the tackle of the prop. Steps inside Leonard. Puts the ball across. It's terrific play from England. And Jack Clifford is going to go in between the posts. What a stunning try from England. They took the restart. They recycled it out to the right-hand side. Yarde with a run, but what a good follow-up from Jack Clifford.
That was superb play. I say that we've had a couple of kick restarts, and England have gone for the touch option. Ford looked up, spotted the numbers were on the England side, flung it wide. It's a great pass from Kyle Sinclair, the prop there, to just drew in and put Yarde through. Yarde got serious gas, didn't have much chance, cut back in, found the supporting line from Jack Clifford there, and he just had the strength and the momentum with him, and that was a great score. And Scotland will be needing to regroup, which they are right now.
For Scotland, off the left boot, needs to find touch. Did so, but England can bring it in quickly. Oh, terrific running again by England. Scotland are stretched here. England are through. That comes inside. Kizovic sent outside. If England get this out, they will score again. It's Yarde going in at the corner once more, and it's another try for England. Scotland were committed way up the field. England seized their chance, and England are running over Scotland.
Yeah, another quite superb try there. That all stemmed from a poor kick clearing their lines, opened up England counter-attack. George Ford, great vision, and looked up there and set himself clear, set the wing, and then it ended up, you see Marland Yarde there, he's just got too much gas. Once the ball got to him at the end, he just had too much gas to do it. A great try there by England, using the whole pitch and capitalising on a Scottish mistake.
Well, Peter Wright, the Scottish coach, will be very frustrated. Scotland were down just moments ago inside the English 22. Couldn't execute, and England again with a long kick. Scotland not clearing their lines. Life is difficult for the men in navy blue at the moment, and the Scottish captain Robin Hislop has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult now for Scotland. Obviously conceding 3 quick tries, it's going to be tough to get back from here. But if they're going to do it, Firhill on a Friday night with a crowd behind them, they've got to pick themselves up now and go from here. But that was superb play by England, counter-attacking at its best there.
George Ford strikes the post. It'll be frustrating for George Ford when you've put one in from the touchline and then you come inside for what's a much easier kick and you don't convert it. But it remains Scotland 3, England 19, a 3-try burst for the men in white. Scotland up quickly. Johnny Gray itching for a fight there. Ball out to Ford. It's coming towards us in the commentary position. In fact, it nearly came to us in the commentary position, taking evasive action.
Yeah, you see, that's the difference there in the last sort of 5 minutes. One poor kick from Scotland ended in a result, an England try, and a great clearance there from George Ford, halfway line, cleared his lines, and now Scotland have got to try and come up with a way of breaking the English defence at the moment, which as of yet they haven't managed to.
Taken down by Scotland. Trying to smuggle the ball forward. A tap on the number 8, Jamie Swanson, telling him to move. Good crash ball. Owen Bordell going through. Scotland gather, but they stumbled with the ball. Knock on, and it's an English put-in.
Yeah, it is cold out here, we've got to remember that, so your hands are going to be cold, and it's not going to be that easy to catch a hard ball, but yeah, these little mistakes are starting to creep in for Scotland, and they'll be a little bit worried about that, because England, as we've seen, are pretty good at pouncing on mistakes and, and crossing that old whitewash at the wrong end for Scotland.
Alex Allen, the Scottish prop. Robin Hislop in between us, Fergus Scott. Scottish front row holding, but England controlling the scrum. Robson on to Ford again. Yeah, oh, look at the pace. This winger, this could be a hat-trick of tries. Coming across to try and take him out is the Scottish winger Tom Stephen, but he won't do it. What blistering pace, a hat-trick of tries inside 21 minutes. He's mobbed by his teammates, and no wonder. He may well have a great future in the game. What a run that was.
That was superb lines of running, timing the passing, absolutely superb diving. George Ford drew in the defence, the gap opened up, Marland Yarde hit the gap, and as we've seen tonight, his pace is exceptional. There was no one catching him. I mean, he's been doing it, he did it last year in the under-20s, he's been doing it for London Irish, and yeah, it's just superb rugby at the moment, England. Clinical, great timing, great passing, great finishing.
Dan Robson sends her across, and it's Anthony Watson who's going to go through for the first score of the second half. He's been on the pitch barely 2 minutes, but he scored a simple ball inside as England built the platform, the flick inside, and he ran through gleefully over the line. Adam Sinclair just making sure Murray McConnell had room to get the kick away. Taken neatly by Charlie Walker, off on a run. This is great play by Walker. Little tap tackle attempted, it's come out wide. It's a chance here for England moving through. It's another England score.
That's superb play by England there. Once again, we see it from a kick. I mean, actually, it was not a bad kick at all. It was a good chase by Scotland, but Charlie Walker just took it in midair and just landed and saw a gap open in front of him, carved it through, too much gas, and found Clifford, who was always running these support lines the whole night. And yeah, England dominant, I'm afraid.
Well, it has been that kind of night for Scotland so far. It's just not been their night. Continues to snipe. Chris Walker was there in support. Robson again. On to Ford. It's been an impressive half-back performance by England. Here's Anthony Watson. Scored once already. He may score again. Coming through, he's got support. On to Walker. Ferndale can't challenge properly. And England score again. England hit 51 points. It's terrific from England. They've done it again. 50 points they've hit.
Yeah, Scotland falling off tackles now. The game is well and truly out of the way. But great play there by Watson. Serious pace. The England backs looking to fire it wide, and the gap's just opening up, and these guys running through, and they've got pace after pace after pace. It's just non-stop and relentless from England. Great stuff. Yeah, as you can see, Tommy Heathcote opens it up wide, just holds his line, drops off the tackle, he's through, got past the first line, a little bit of step footwork, finds Charlie Walker again, a weak Scottish tackle, and in it goes for the try, and 50 points for England.
Scotland moving through. Here's a good chance for O'Connell, the scrum half. Taken down. Scotland trying to get in there. Murray McConnell. Scotland desperately trying to get across the line. Jamie Barty is in there. Out to McConnell again. Scotland trying to come across. On the crash ball was the centre, Tommaso Allen. It's laid back across. McConnell on to Leonard, tried to chip through, and he's gifted it away. This could be another try for England. This is going to be unaccompanied, and it's George Ford passes it inside on to Charlie Walker. It's going to be a double for Walker. Well, one number 10 gave it away to the other, and England have a 9th try.
Yeah, that sums up Scotland's night, really. Tried to get the little grub through, the little chip through, straight into George Ford's hands. He probably would have had the gas, although there was a good chase by Jamie Farndale, but Charlie Walker definitely had the gas, popped it to him, very unselfish, in for another try, and yeah, unfortunately it has been England's night.
You could see what Leonard was trying to do, trying to play it through, but George Ford said thank you very much. A little glance over the shoulder. All the credit in the world to Jamie Farndale for trying to come back, but the pass inside was a simple one, and England with 9 tries own Firhill tonight.
Yeah, great start for us in the Six Nations. So, like you said, the weather was cold, but it didn't stop us throwing it around a bit and scoring some tries.
You scored some cracking tries as well, didn't you?
Yeah, some great team tries. That's what we practiced, during the week, and we've got some good finishers out there on the wings as well. So, we're pretty lucky in that respect.
Yeah, Marland Yarde hat-trick within 25-30 minutes.
Yeah, he finished them well, didn't he? So, if we get the ball to him and do our jobs, then should have a crack to get a few more this tournament. We just took the attitude of go out and try and play our own game and take the sting out of it a little bit, and I thought we did that pretty well.
Obviously, last year's under-20s got to the final of the World Cup. A few of you boys left over. Experience is a big thing here, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. I think most of our backline probably played in that World Cup, so there's a few new lads in the forward. So the Six Nations will be vital to get the the sort of fluency and to gel together to launch an attack for that World Cup again.
Talking of attack, obviously 9 tries. Defence though, you nilled them effectively, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. I think that was one of our goals as well. We're not just an attacking team. We've put a lot of emphasis on defence as well, and I thought the boys worked hard in that department and got the rewards in the end.
And got the man of the match trophy. You got racking quite a few trophies up there, didn't you?
I don't think I should have got it, to be fair. There's a few other lads out there who played exceptionally well, so fair play to them.
But in the end of the day, it was the forwards sucked the defence up and the backs found the spaces.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've got a great set of forwards. That's the first time we play with them as an 8 and them off the bench, so it's exciting times if they can repeat performances like that.
And your old mate Owen Farrell starting tomorrow for England, excited for him?
Yeah, massively. I spoke to him during the week and he just can't wait to go, I don't think now, so he's deserved to be there. He's worked as hard as he can and I hope it goes really well for him.
But for you, great start, perfect start, and now moving on to the next game.
Yeah, moving on, yeah. I mean, we'll review this game and see where we can get better, and hopefully coming into Italy next week, then we can show another performance like this.
Potentially a tough night here, Friday night in Scotland, but the boys produced, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It's always tough. I mean, when we play Scotland, we've had a couple of really, really solid matches against them. And to be fair, even it was still tough despite the score. You've got to work hard to put those tries away.
And the tries they put away, some fantastic, proper team tries, though.
Yeah, there were some excellent tries. I mean, individually, we've got a lot of pace and a lot of power, but still some of the handling and some of the movement was very, very good to create that space.
Yeah, say it's a cold night. Hands are not going to be warm, are they? But the hands out there were quality, aren't they?
Yeah, it is a cold night. I think we've been pretty lucky, to be fair, with the weather looking at the forecast. But yeah, it was impressive to see them stay on task. And we haven't had a lot of time together as a group, and we lose a few now. But it's great to see all of the guys get into the game in that way, get into the tournament that way.
Yeah, you see, I haven't had a lot of time with the guys, but obviously last season, quite a few of the guys from the last team, that helped a lot to me.
Yeah, it does. That backline is a very experienced backline, and then when you're dropping sort of Charlie Walker and Anthony Watson and these guys into that backline as well, it's a very nice position to be in as a coach.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to be one of the Scottish boys. You got rid of Robson or whatever, and then in comes an even quicker play.
Yeah, there's a lot of quick guys there, and the front row too. The young guys up front. We had a very, very young front five. They did very well, and then we can bring on the Ross and Alec when we take the other Kyle and Luke off, and it's a nice position to be in.
George Ford obviously had the accolades left, right and centre. First time sort of captaining. Did well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a natural leader, and he was great for us last year. And he is a very good captain. He works so hard off the pitch. He sets a great example, and as a coach, it's very, very handy to have a player like that who leads so well off the pitch as well as on it.
Obviously scored 9 tries, but didn't concede any. You've got to be happy with that, I guess.
Yeah, that was a target for the boys that they'd set for themselves. They're looking at the quality of their defence rather than the sort of no tries, as it were. But yeah, we got broken a couple of times early on in the game, but then we managed to get back into our system and back into our pattern and shut the guys down.
As a first game of the Six Nations, you got exactly what you wanted, and now you're moving on to the next one.
Yeah, we will focus solely on Italy now. We've got 24 hours to enjoy this now. We'll be very happy about the fact that we've come here and won, but then we've got to focus on an away game in Italy, which traditionally for us, we haven't really performed away from home in Italy before, so it'll be a real good challenge for the guys.
Owen Farrell, one of your players last year, obviously starting for England tomorrow. Has that made a difference? Has there been a bit extra spring in the step, or has the players reacted to that?
Yeah, they have. I mean, there's a lot of text going back and forward from the guys. It's great to see. You get called up by Joe Marler and Joe Gray and all the guys in the Saxons and the seniors. And they know the guys here, and for the lads, it makes it very tangible the fact they're playing here right now, but actually in 12 months' time they could be playing tomorrow.
That's it. I mean, I suppose they can see. You put it in, you'll get recognised.
Yeah, there is, and I think certainly at the moment, obviously there's been a lot of change at the top end, and that's helped a lot because a lot of young guys have pushed up. There's a lot of guys here who are playing good rugby at their clubs. The clubs are picking them, which it just makes it a lot easier for us. But also, if they're playing well for their clubs, then they've got a chance of playing for England.
All in all, though, a happy England camp.
Yeah, a very happy camp. Yeah.